What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back to episode number 9 in our cleanup crew scenario. So in the last episode, we came and we started building some regular high density buildings over here. Actually not regular, but the self-sufficient high density residential buildings. We also mixed it in with a little bit of offices, and then we did the IT cluster, which just looks amazing. I love it. I love these buildings. Also in the last episode we came over here and we started zoning some more high density residential, and that is of the European kind, of course. And we started dabbling a little bit with not farming, but forestry. And that area is doing just a-okay for now. In this episode, there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wanted to talk to you about the type of workers that we're going to have, or that we have, should have, I should say, in the farming as well as the forestry industry. As you can see, we're suffering just a little bit getting people to work here. I also, this episode, want to place down some more of these garbage collectors to kind of help us speed up the process and clean up the lake, especially alongside the bridge here. I really don't think anybody wants to drive on it. And then I do also want to focus a little bit on the policy here, as well as expanding this area and kind of filling in all of the residential spots that we have. So that's the plan for this episode. First off, let's start over here. We're going to come to Primrose Hills. We're going to go into districts. We're going to select it. Before we do that, let me tell you why I'm doing this. Let's come over here. So when you guys in the comments mentioned, and I'm glad you did because it reminded me, if you click on one of the farming buildings, any farming building, and you look to the right of the screen, 12 overeducated workers. We can only fit 12 workers in this particular building, by the way. So we have all 12 of them that are overeducated, which means that they have graduated from the university. They've got college degrees, whether it be in engineering, doctorate degrees, anything of that sort, but they're working in a farming field. Think about that for a second. Same thing happens when you come back over here to the forestry industry. All of these folks require, all these businesses require uneducated workers. However, all we're providing is educated workers. So how do you kind of keep an even balance between educated workers having regular jobs as well as uneducated workers being provided into farming industry as well as the forestry industry? Well, it's very simple. That brings me to my next point here. We're going to come to Primrose Hills. We're going to go to districts. We're going to go into policies. And we're going to select the schools out policy for this particular district. So here's the description of it. The citizens will prefer working over education, and only a small portion of the eligible citizens will go to study in the university. So that makes sense. It does. We are going to go ahead and activate that policy for this particular district here. Now, if we take a look at the education levels, and I selected the university here for a specific reason, so we can see how many of these folks over here are educated, and it looks like about a good amount. Same thing with high school and elementary school. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to zone some more of this high density residential here. So these next set of folks that move in to this area are going to be not as educated, let's say, as the rest of the folks living here currently. So that's going to help us staff our farming industry and our forestry industry. So I'll put the game on 3 speed. We'll go ahead and we'll zone some more residential kind of alongside these roads here. Actually, you know what? I don't want anything in here. I'll leave that alone. We can, however, come and zone this whole area here. And this area here. There we go. Over here I thought we'd have kind of like a little health avenue. So here we're gonna go ahead and provide, let's see, a crematorium, because we don't have any crematorium coverage up here. So we're gonna put that guy right there on the corner. Let's see, what else can we put in here? We can put in a sauna right about there. Why not? A cryopreservatory. Sure. The very first one in the city is going up here. Sports hall and gymnasium. This one's kind of expensive, but we'll provide one of them as well. How about a community pool? Sure, we can do that. A yoga garden. We can put that right there, why not? Right next to the crematorium. And last but not least, we'll go ahead and put in a clinic right there as well. So that's going to make all of these folks happy and healthy, hopefully. So we got a couple of dead bodies popping up there. Hopefully this crematorium is now going to help us out. And we do have some commercial demand. What I thought about doing for that is filling up this area here with some regular commercial. And then some to about there. I'm actually kind of curious if we were to run a pathway from here. It will connect to the school. Oh, that's fantastic. We'll keep it. Gonna run a connection to there as well. And I almost I want to see what this is going to look like. I want to put some low density residential right there. And there. And kind of see what that ends up looking like. Now we do have some more demand for jobs, so let's go ahead and provide some more jobs for these folks over here in the forestry industry and get that up and running. We're good on water. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to come back over here, and I think I mentioned in the previous episode that we're going to put in a bus route from here coming into this area over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a bus route from this main avenue coming over to the university and possibly down to Main Street here, coming around and then coming back. It's going to be the single lane, so it's not going to be one of those where it joins up with a counterclockwise. So we'll do something like that. We'll have a stop here. Put a stop there, and this is our main avenue here. So let's go ahead and put a stop there, and we'll put one closer to the end here. I'm gonna want to stop right here if somebody wants to come and hang out in the leisure area. We'll put one here because why not? It seems like a popular spot in there. And then we can easily just come back there, there, and there. And these two stops over here are kind of too close, pointless, but it is what it is for now. And let's go ahead and finally spend some money and place more of these guys to help us clean up the lake quicker. So I'm gonna spend a lot of money on these garbage collectors. I'm really hoping that our budget doesn't go into negative because of it. But I want to get this cleaned up as soon as possible. And at the rate that we're going, looks like I just saw some flashing lights over there for power. We're going to increase that by 5% and hope that works. Let's see. So, wow, our weekly income is down to 1,000. We now only have about 233,000 in the bank. And now we're negative. Well, I may have to remove some of these guys, which I'm not... Oh, never mind, our budget is back up. I was gonna say, I'm not afraid to move some of them or remove some of them, should that be necessary, but I don't think it is at this particular moment. Alright. So we'll leave it the way it is. Looks like the income is coming back up. Yeah, that's just gonna take forever. Let's come back over here. We'll zone a little bit more offices, and that is to help our highly educated folks get jobs. And we'll do... We'll do that right there. Then we'll come over here and we'll zone these two buildings here as well. Over here, I think we can put in a plaza, if it'll fit. I think that's going to be an okay fit for it. There we go. And we're lacking a little bit of leisure over here on this side. I'm not going to worry too much about that for now. But we are going to zone out the rest of the self-sufficient high-density residential there. Yeah, that's just going to take forever. Let's take a look. We'll randomly select a building right here. We still mainly have highly educated workers there. How about this one? Same thing, 0 uneducated workers. Okay. How about some of these newer buildings? And check it out. 11 uneducated workers out of 16. So that's good. Finally found a way to keep these folks happy and not complaining. Traffic over here is doing just okay. We're still seeing a high volume come and go, which is good. We're exporting some goods. Let's take a look at our budget here. Income and expenses from farming. We are bringing in about 11,000 weekly. From forestry, we're only doing about 1,800, but we did only just start that. We're spending about $1,000 on buses and $300 on monorails. Leisure is bringing in A really nice 8,000 for that small amount that we have there. I think that's really good. And organic and local produce about 4,000. Most of our high density residential is level 4, and they're bringing in a good chunk of cash. Low density residential level 4 and 5 doing very good. Commercial is doing alright. 0 regular industry. And the IT cluster is bringing in 2,300 weekly. Very good. Very good indeed. That can only improve, right? Right. So we do need to zone a little bit more commercial. And I thought about possibly making like a little commercial sector right over here. I'm going to pause the game for that because I'm going to be getting rid of these power lines. I'm going to come over here and we'll grab a road with trees. And we're going to do just that for the time being. We can run power to there. There we go, that should be good. But check it out, I mean our budget's back up to 15,000 per week, and we haven't really added too much of income business to the city. And these guys are still taking up a good chunk of our budget. So that's cool to see. I also wanted to kind of do a little bit more of decorating over here in this area. So this big old block here is going to get some trees. This block over here is going to get some trees as well. Same thing over here. Kind of like so. Oh, we forgot about this power line. We don't no longer need that. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys or not, but this area over here reminds me of like a little mountain town, which is really cool. Like if you guys have ever been to Aspen, Colorado, it's got a bit of an Aspen feel. Okay, let's see. We can put in a couple more trees over here around the high school. There we go. The low density residential over here is looking just a-okay. I'll keep it though. And our cable cars are doing good. We do have a whole lot of folks right there. That's still pretty much packed to the max. There's really not much we can do about that, or is there? Can we increase? Maybe we can increase the budget there and see what happens. What if we go to all the way to 150%? Is that going to do anything? I really don't think it will. But we'll see. The bus line over here is doing just good. We're having a lot of folks hop on a bus from one of these areas right here, and then go down to the two cable cars and go down to the leisure area. Actually, well, I guess let's go ahead and... Nope, not that one, this one. We're gonna go ahead and increase this. 45 buses is a little much. Let's do 28 buses. just to see if we can kind of decrease the amount there. How about our brand new bus line? What's that look like? That is this one over here. 10 vehicles, 139 passengers. We can increase the count here to 20 buses, why not? Oh, check it out, we're finally starting to see some difference here. Especially alongside of the edges. I think we're doing good there. And let's go ahead and we'll zone a little bit more of the forestry industry here. There we go, and we'll see if that doesn't help us out. Can even come back and zone a little bit more residential and then have to zone a little bit more forestry. But that's just how the game works, right? Zone and keep zoning. And we'll stop right about there. Yeah, we have plenty of garbage facilities. They're just, for whatever odd reason, having a hard time getting up there. Yeah, we don't have traffic lights there. Traffic here is no longer a big issue. So I think we are going to have to provide some additional recycling centers over here in this area once that time comes. For now, I'm okay with a couple of icons popping up here and there. I think we should be good to go there. Fire station, we could use one over here on this side. So let's go with the European kind there. If it'll let us. And there we go, I think that should be good. Police, crime-wise, we're doing okay. I am gonna put one of those there. So this area should be getting pretty near that level 5 now, since we have such good coverage. Maybe not on the leisure side now that I check and realize that. So we can put in some of these basketball courts and tennis courts right there to make these folks enjoy living here. I think here we can put in a plaza, why not? We'll even put in a skate park there. We can put a skate park there too, why not? Oh, nope, never mind, that just messed up our pathway there again. How about a tennis? That'll work. Little tennis court, another... Not tennis, volleyball is what I meant to say. Can even put one right there to make those folks a little bit happier. Hopefully that'll work. Perfect. And we are back on track. There we go. I think we should be just a-okay up there. These guys over here, we'll give them a plaza as well, just because we're super awesome like that. Make them a little bit happier. Over here, since we're doing a whole bunch of parks and whatnot, we can put in a couple of these parks right here to make these guys super happy. And then as far as services go, we have those main services, we have those covered. But we don't have any schools over here. And our elementary school is is pretty low, or the capacity at the very least. So let's come over here and put in one of these modern schools. And I'm thinking at the edge here would be a good area for one of those, and then a high school. We can put a high school. Can we put one over here? No. Well, we'll just put one right there. So that should be good. Elementary school, we do need to satisfy the demand a little bit better. And we'll put one there. Even though most of these folks are not going to be going to the elementary school. And we'll put another one over here. Even though everybody over here is already educated, I think that should be just fine for now. And there's those icons right there. I really don't like those icons. Gonna get rid of that building. Don't tell anyone. Oh, and we have a full cemetery. Perfect. We can start emptying that out now. We'll put a crematorium close by. I actually think we may have one over here already. Let me check. I almost kind of recall putting one in there. And no, we do not. Okay. Well, let's put a crematorium right there. That'll work. And we're back down to needing more power. So we're going to increase this to 100%. Then let's see where we're at now. We're still in the yellow. So, ladies and gentlemen, that means that right after we fix the water and sewage problem, we're going to fix the power problem. We'll put 2 of those there. We are going to have to match that over here on this side and put in 2. Or maybe even more. I think 3 is going to be a count there. And then we're going to have to put in an additional solar updraft tower, or I mentioned to you guys we might be using this in this scenario, and I think we can. So this produces 160 megawatts on a good day. This produces, nope, we're not using that. We're using a solar updraft tower. There we go. 3rd solar updraft tower is up, and I think we should be good on power for now. We can even, to save a little bit of money, go back down to 90%. Yep, I think we'll be just a-okay there. I'm gonna go ahead and provide an additional cemetery here. So what's this? This is nearly a full block. So we should put in another row right here. So we'll put in 2 more cemeteries in there, and then for what I'd like to do here is put in a couple of these gravel pathways, or dirt, depending on what you guys want to call them. I thought it would look a lot better. There we go, something like that. It's not perfect. We do have these wonky looking lines there, but we'll leave it the way it is for now. And oh boy, check this out. I think this is everybody moving into the city. Wow, we have a huge backup all the way out to... Wow. Okay, we're gonna pause residential zoning for a little while until this kind of sorts itself out, because I'm sure that is what the problem is, because I do see a lot of regular vehicles as opposed to trucks here. So this is not a industry problem. This is a problem with people moving into the city. So we'll pause zoning there for a while. And wow, guys, I mean, this over here is working very well. Gonna move that guy inward a little bit. Same thing there. So we'll put that guy there. We're gonna put this guy here to help with that. This guy gonna come right there. You can help there. You can clean that up. You're like doing nothing here. So we'll move you there. Move that guy in there. Let's see if we can move this guy here. And this guy here, and hopefully that'll hopefully that'll help. I'm gonna put in just a couple more. I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna put one here. We're gonna hope that works, but we're doing really good. I mean, soon, within the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes, this should be all nice and cleared up. But there you have it, guys. That's gonna be the episode for now. We almost finished up with our forestry industry here. We went ahead and added some more, or added a policy to where non-educated workers are going to reside in this city, in this area over here in particular, and they're going to help us keep the farming and forestry industry alive. And that is just by adding the schools out policy there. We're doing a really good job on the cleanup of the lake. And let's see. We started with 1.6 million. We're down to 274,000 in the bank. We're doing really good population-wise. We're nearly at the halfway point of having enough people to win the scenario. Where are we at health-wise? Average health is 91%. So we are good. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, be the best that you can be in everything that you do. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.